Good evening, and welcome back to a very late Morbid Monday. And it's not a it's Tuesday, so I guess it's What the Fuck Wednesday now. We'll get back to Morbid Mondays. So, death portraiture. Alright, so this has been around for a very, very, very long time. And previous to, like, the 1800s, when photography was, like, getting into its speed, it was all done by painting, and it was all usually done by very high-class or royal families as a way to keep mementos and keepsakes of family members that have passed, or to commemorate a person's reign. Well, in the 1800s, when cameras became a thing, which the photography process from the 1800s is just fascinating. If you haven't looked it up, do it. So it became readily available to the lower and middle class, like myself. And it was a way for families to have memories or keep a physical thing from a family member. Because, as you know, cholera. So, cholera. In the 1800s, the Victorian era, as most people are comfortable with saying, people were very aware of their mortality. I mean, they had lots of stuff to worry about, and not a whole lot of fixes for it. So, death portraiture. It became a very tangible way to keep a memory of a loved one alive. Now, contrary to popular belief, especially now, these things were not kept in parlors, on walls, or like, out in the public or the general where people could see them. They were kept in private places, like the bedroom, or in albums where you could share these memories. And I'm sure everyone has seen the pictures of, like, the stands that, like, hold people in place. And this was because the shutter speeds, or I guess what qualified as the shutter speeds, the exposure times, could in fact take up to 30 minutes. And have you ever tried to stand in place for 30 minutes? They weren't dead bodies. They were real people. I mean, I don't know about you, but physics says no on those spindly little stands holding up, full dead weight of a person, even a child. Because have you ever tried to just, like, deadlift just a bag of anything that's heavy, and it's not helping, it's not resisting, but it's not distributing its weight or working with you. And it's difficult. It's very, very, very difficult. And those, like, you can see them. They look like really cheap tripods. That's not going to hold up a person. They were designed and intended to help people hold poses of varying degrees, or to keep them in place for as long as exposure time took. And the majority of the actual death portraits you're going to see are very obviously death portraits. Like, it's someone holding a child, or it's someone in a casket. Like, death portraiture, as it is popularly believed, is in fact a myth.